What's up guys, Dubito here, bringing you another Pokemon Sword and Shield guide. Now today, we're going to be talking about every method of farming Watts in order to cause event Gigantamax Pokemon spawns. So first off, you've all probably heard the saying you have to spend money to earn money. Well, in Pokemon Sword and Shield, you have to spend Watts to earn Watts. One of the best things to do right off the bat is to spend a couple thousand Watts to max out the speed of your bike in the wild area. This can be done at the same guy who sells you wishing stars in the wild area, such as this guy here. Now, the reason we're going to be maxing out the bike speed is so that we can get to and from dens even faster than normally. Now that your bike's all tricked out, it's pretty easy. Ride around the wild area and spam dens. Each den you interact with that has a glowing beam out of it gets you roughly 2,000 watts, and every den that's just glowing with no beam will net you about 200 watts. So the other way of farming Watts is extremely slow, and I wouldn't recommend it at all, but it does get you a few extra if you're in a pinch. What you want to do is you want to catch or defeat glowing Pokemon in the wild area, such as this one here. They can get you a few hundred Watts per Pokemon, but again, it's probably faster just riding around dens and clicking on them. Okay, so now on to the meat and potatoes of today's video. What's the best way to farm event Gigantamax Pokemon dens? Well, let me tell you. Now that we have a load of Watts, head back to the same vendor in the wild area that we were at before and buy some wishing stars. I typically like to buy them in groups of 6, like 5 to 6, just so I don't waste all my Watts. The most recent event Gigantamax Pokemon that released is Gigantamax Snorlax, so we'll be finding him today. In order to find him, you first have to open up your menu and head over to the mystery gift section. Click on the wild area news button and it'll update the den Pokemon pool with the new event Pokemon. So, Snorlax can be found in any den in the wild area, so let's get to business. The best way to spawn new den Pokemon is to find 2 dens that are close to each other. I typically like to fly to the Hammerlock Hills area in the wild area and immediately head right. After that, you'll find 2 dens that are just a short bike ride away from each other. Make sure these 2 dens don't currently have any beams coming out of them, and we're good to go. Toss a wishing star into it. If the Pokemon that spawns in this den is not the event Pokemon, or I guess any Pokemon that you're looking for, then head over to the other den, like I'm doing here, and you can go ahead and toss another wishing star into that den. Now here's the best part of this method. Each time you toss in a wishing star, it cancels out the previous wishing star beam. So when I head over to this den here and toss in a wishing star, and see, yep, it's not Snorlax. When I head back to the other den that I just tossed a star into previous to this one, the beam is gone, so I can actually toss another star into it and actually use this method to farm different Pokemon spawns. In other words, you can only have one wishing star Pokemon den beam at a time. And here we go, here's Snorlax. To be honest, it took me about 14 wishing stars to get him to spawn, but that's honestly just my terrible luck, and I'm sure you guys will find him much faster than I did. Now, if you're nervous about missing the catch of this sweet Gigantamax Snorlax, make sure to check out my other video on how to make sure all of your Gigantamax Pokemon Ball throws are guaranteed to catch. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description for you all. Alright guys, that's all from me today. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. It'll really help grow the channel. And thanks again, and I'll catch y'all next time.